best position out of the North American teams to move up here. They're poised in 7th place, sitting at just over half of what our first place. They're probably out of the running there, since even if they get 4 chicken dinners, they're still not going to reach that level that our RRQ has hit. But maybe they move up and get some more prize money.
Maybe they can definitely go ahead and make a push and try to make a name for themselves. So we'll see what Gangstars can do today.
All right, well, for now, let's introduce you to 4 more of our teams that have been playing over the past 2 days coming into today.
우리나라 대표에서 온 거니까 가는 데까지 가보고, 목표는 뭐 그냥 간단하게 우승입니다. 게임하면 한국, 배틀그라운드 하면 한국 아니겠습니까? 열심히 해서 1등 하겠습니다. 파이팅! 코리안 위너 치킨 디너 얌얌얌.
Check this out, play. Minimum expectations is first place for our team. We're not expecting second or third or fourth. It's just first.
Let's go.
Cloud9.
ก็ครอบครัวเขาบอกว่าให้เต็มที่ครับขอให้เราเต็มที่กับการแข่งครั้งนี้ก็จะทำให้เต็มที่นะครับอย่างที่ครอบครัวได้ฝากเอาไว้ครับก็ฝากถึงแฟนๆทุกคนนะครับไม่ว่าเป็นแฟนหรือว่าRRQอะไรครับฝากเชียร์ด้วยครับมาแข่งครั้งนี้มาในนามทีมชาติไทยด้วยส่วนหนึ่งก็อยากให้ฝากติดตามเชียร์ทีมชาติไทย3 ทีมเนี่ยครับจะเอาแชมป์โลกไปให้คนไทยทุกคนแน่นอนเป้าหมายของทีมผมก็คือเป็นแชมป์โลกครับ
Number 1.
كونها بطولة عالمية ومستويات صعبة، احنا نطمح نكون من أول 3 كون نمثل السعودية، ونتمنى نحصل أول 3 باللعبة نفسها.
مثل ما قلت في الأول حابين نضحى جميع المشاركين بالبطولة، وحنا شعب مضياف كل شيء، لكن بالبطولة ما راح نكون متساهلين، وراح نوريهم الوجه الثاني، ونتمنى أننا نتفوق بالبطولة، وإن شاء الله نجيب مركز طيب.
With that, of course, we only have those 4 rounds remaining after seeing some of our teams here looking to compete. But again, it is going to be tough to really try and claim those top spots. We were kind of mulling over the ideas and concepts coming into today. RRQ very far in the lead. It really feels like those 2nd through 4th spots are the spots that are really in contention today.
Those are the ones that do have a spot at the big money up in the 1st through 3rd spots, and all 3 of those spots are occupied currently by Chinese teams. You've got GTW, LHW, and CPT. CPT currently sitting in 2nd place after a strong performance to close out yesterday, getting that chicken dinner, their 2nd of the tournament.
Yeah, and they're all within like 60 points of each other there from 2nd to 4th. So more than likely, we're gonna. I'm glad that we saw that exhibition match from CPT. They came out hot. They got that win. Can they go ahead and continue that train and pretty much just secure the 2nd place? Or what is going to go ahead and happen with the known killers, right? LHW and GTW. Yeah. Are they going to go ahead and try to push the action a little bit more and try to get those wins? And also, are they going to go just for kills or are they going to get the win?
I expect nothing less of these guys. They've been doing nothing but putting up kills the entire tournament. Every game, we're seeing double digits.
Yeah, and obviously, you mentioned with CPT, obviously them getting a good result off the back of the exhibition match. There were moments during the tournament so far where it has been rocky for them in rounds 6 and 7, 19th and 20th, then following up with a 1st place. So they're definitely we can do absolutely amazing, or we can just go out first.
Absolutely. You know they're going to be looking for 1st place.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's move things on, of course, as we do have far more to get ready here for our first map. It's going to be on Erangel, of course, back to the basics, back to the original when it comes to PUBG.
It definitely is. And we actually saw a lot of action here from BRK in Atlantis, Venice, Watertown, whatever you want to call it. And we also saw a lot of action in one of those bridges. There are people just laying under the bridge or being a little munchkin, waiting for somebody to go ahead and get out of that water. And my favorite place of them all, Pachinki, baby. just, if you want action, just go Pubg.
Well, we'll have to wait and see if somebody drops there today. We had a couple of teams kind of eyeballing Pubg just yesterday. One of the most popular spots on the map in addition to School. School not super commonly dropped on for squads, but we have seen one of the teams, I believe GT Doyu, split drop on it a few times, going there, and Rozak there shying away from the apartments as Team Japan was over there looting up yesterday. But School in the middle of the map along with Pubg, easy rotations there, and then you've got the military base down south, a little bit away from everything, but a lot of promising loot, and that is where your number 2 team, CPT, has been looting up almost every single game. If it's out of range, they're going down there in a car.
Every single game, and nobody challenges just like LHW. Cloud9, they challenge them one, but we'll see what happens here on game number 1 of day 3.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It is time to get into it. Only 4 rounds left. It is going to be round number 9 now as we get into the main tournament of things. Who's going to walk away with the chicken dinner? PB7, take it away.
We're about
no, not me. All right, somebody's going to do it.
Somebody's definitely going to go ahead and do it. Who do you think it's? Actually, you know what? Let's wait a little bit. Let's see what happens here. I am looking forward to some of the teams like BRK and Terror from India. Go ahead and just try to put up a showing. They're so far away from actual, like, any contention there. The more than likely, I want to go ahead and see if they can make a name for themselves, right? Take out some of the big dogs.
I want to see some disruption from some of the teams out of the chase right now as we see the plane flying through the arena. Here we are, round 9, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Boy, the pictures that phone can take. And also, the game just looks so smooth. And look at this plane path right here. Smack down the middle. In a horizontal way, though.
I really want to see a hard shift on a plane path for once, or a zone. So far, we've seen really friendly, really neutral plane paths all tournament long, and we're going to see another one here right now. This enables every team to basically be comfortable, drop where they normally would, because the plane path is going to go over most locations. So we're going to see more of the same here, probably in round 9 to start off.
And something to actually mention that we talked about earlier is that Hot Jukes is now back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. He's back for wild card. Wicked, definitely not getting a good show in there, just pretty much landing a little bit too late, but Hot Jukes just saying, you know what, let me go ahead and take over, even though I am a little bit sick. Glad to see him back. Glad to see that we're going to go ahead and see that attitude from him and just that charisma that the man has.
Absolutely. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better, at least enough to participate here. Wicked did indeed have his literal 15 seconds of fame, and absolutely bless him for making the 4th member there. But it's time to get to the stuff that matters here. We see Arab Madness here taking a look at Watertown, it looked like, along with
BRK.
No, it looks like Terror over here.
Is it Terror?
Yeah, it's Terror.
It is Terror.
We saw these 2 teams going at it here yesterday, challenging each other in Watertown, and right off the back, Fusi from BRK taking down Anand from across the compound, using that AKM with a lean peek out the window. Gotta love it. Will they push?
Are they going to go ahead and push? I don't know. Amit is waiting patiently. He does pass somebody there from BRK. He gets some shots in, misses a lot. He's waiting patiently. He could get those shots right there. Amit getting the knock. Is he going to go ahead and just try to get that finish?
You
got to get that finish,
How are you
Amit.
not getting the finish? Amit, look out the window with thirst to get that finish, my man. Oh, my goodness. He's out there completely dead to rights, and he just failed to peek and get the finish. I'm not sure what's going on here from the Indian team. We've got
just
Fusi working his way up. Yeah, he's able to get inside here. Anand getting in and getting patched up, it looks like. Amit gonna get him up, and it looks like Saad somehow able to escape Death's grasp here, and he's going to get another chance at it. I think Team Terror is going to regret that decision.
Definitely, they are. They could have pretty much just went up 4 versus 3 there and just pretty much have the advantage on everything in this gunfight. And look at this. Amit now, once again, using that Uzi to his advantage, and he still is not going to be able to go in and finish him because he is behind some cover. Baraka, one of the best players there for BRK, and BRK is currently in 19th place, and Terror is in 18th place. So definitely 2 of the teams there at the bottom of the list, trying to go ahead and fight it out, trying to make a name for themselves. And I was able to actually talk to Team Terror from India, and they told me, you know what, Seven, I think we're going to go ahead and be a little bit more aggressive. I'm starting to see a little bit more aggressiveness, but I want to see more, right? I want to go ahead and see them finish those kills there.
The one thing that I kind of see as a problem with these 2 teams right now, and it might result in their placement so far, is their choice of drop location. They're choosing to go at each other early, both teams finishing very low in the rankings, 18th and 19th so far, and yet they're challenging each other early early in a city like Watertown, Atlantis, whatever you want to call it. They're challenging early over pretty much very little loot. So they're fighting, and instead of fighting in a place like Military Base or Northern Georgia Pole where there's more at stake, they're getting hit early.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice shots.
Amit, once again, pretty much just being the MVP for his squad, taking 3 people down, not being able to get the finish as they are going to go and heal up. But something that I am loving that the team from India is doing here is that they are starting to flank around. They are starting to spread their wings a little bit more. They're trying to get those different angles, get those finishes. Look at Amit. He knows, actually, that is a need. I believe it is. And he's trying to get those kills.
I just want to point out that they've got 2 players knocked right now and another one with no health, and they're not pushing. I don't know what is going on with this squad right now. They have refused to push anybody all tournament long. I really want to see more aggression from them. They have these guys on the ropes.
Now they have 3 players. There you go. That's what I want to go ahead and see. Finish him off, Sakriya. You know you want to go ahead and get that kill. Now the team from India has the advantage. They're looking to go ahead and say, Shukriya, see you in the next tournament. And Amit just waiting patiently. He knows that they're pretty much going to be able to go ahead and get him. Now they're only working against 2 players from BRK. Fusi and Kaveda, as Kaveda does go down there to one of the players from India. It's all up to Fusi. Fusi's trying to run away. Can the team from India get this squad wipe? And the angles are just working wonders here for them, as somebody else from the terror team from India might be able to go ahead and get this cleanup here, as Fusi is just walking by, getting a stroll, getting his feet wet, going to go in.
I like his
inside this building.
I like his strategy here. He's going all the way to the flank here. He knows there's one member holding him down over here. Zakri is hanging out in this building, unfortunately unable to see him. And look at that, India terror squad picking up their first squad wipe of the tournament, getting the 4 kills here from Baraka and his squad. Baraka and the BRK team go out first once again, but Terror Squad looking strong here, getting a lot of knocks, and fortunately the BRK team ran to them for the finish.
Love seeing that there. Gacho from the Indian team. Hopefully they're able to go ahead and continue that aggressiveness, and maybe they start pushing the action a little bit more once they knock down some more players. Who knows? I want to go ahead and see a top 3 there from the terror team from India. I would love to see that.
I would love to see that as well.
We got Gainstars and GTW very close by.
These guys have seemed to have had an unspoken agreement so far to loot each side of Northern Georgia Pole here. GTW has been looting the west side of Northern George, as well as Gangstar's looting the east side of Northern George. Pretty much all tournament long, we haven't seen a skirmish there, as both teams not really wanting to engage that early on. But check the zone out in this one. Way down in the southeast. This is a pretty hard shift so far for the first circle, and a lot of the teams in the northwest are going to have some rotation to do probably pretty early. And look at this crate.
Kodo trying to get his stuff from this crate, but he's got to watch out. You don't want to get squished by that crate, ladies and gentlemen. He was able to get the AUG, and more than likely he was able to go and get that AWM, as we see Aaron Manes in KWCD here on a hot pursuit. Aaron Manes just trying to get him, trying to at least get 1 player down so they can go ahead and push the action a little bit more, but they are going to go ahead and continue the pursuit. They know they have him in the run. Will they go ahead and just fully continue the pursuit, or just back up a little bit, because it is super early in the match?
It looks like Korea Winter Chicken Dinner on the run here. Aaron Madden is trying to chase him down a little bit, not quite fully committing to it, probably a little bit unsure on if they want that fight out of a car. A little bit of RNG involved there for sure. But rotating around, trying to get position into this new zone here. Looks like Korea Winter Chicken Dinner right now kind of split up. We're going to focus our attention now on RRQ Athena to see what they've got going on.
RRQ Athena, we saw them win 5 games in a row yesterday. Something you just don't see often. They are actually going to my favorite place, Pochinki, baby. That's what I like to see there, and they have it all to themselves. Now, the good thing about this here is that they do have pretty much the center of the map, so they can, if they're depending on where the circle is, which actually just now seeing the circle, they are inside the circle, so they can just go ahead and take their sweet time, loot up even more, and wait to see what other teams are going to go ahead and do. As we see, GTW now is starting to go ahead and start rotating up north. They don't want anything to do there with Gainstars.
Absolutely, rotating out of Northern Georgia Pole fairly early on. They notice the circle is going to be coming in, and they have a long way to go to zone at the moment, so they're going to park on the hill, see what they can see, maybe get some kills as far as some people rotating out of the city. Looks like GG Gamers and Evo's here getting ready to go at it. Evo's Burnout doing really well so far this tournament. A couple disappointing places, but overall, really solid performance, and they were our first chicken dinner winner on day one. They're sitting currently in 6th place.
And definitely Evo's getting lucky there in some occasions too, as some teams decided not to finish them up. But Evo's, we know that they can go ahead and get the angles. We know that they can go ahead and get the strategies. Are they gonna go ahead and start doing this? More than likely, if you see anybody from the GG team go down, you're gonna go ahead and see Evo's hop on those cars and just push the action right away.
Watch Ernie here as he focuses on his team's position. Notice right away, notice the car on the mini-map driving around to the flank. They're famous for doing this. Evo's always putting one player wide out on the flank to get angles on the other team. Ernie calling out that he does see that GG Gamers is split. 2v2, he's got eyes on all of them. 2 of them running to the warehouse. He knows they're vulnerable right now. Look for them to push the offensive here while they're split apart.
And talking about Evo's, that rotation you mentioned there with the car, just pretty much being able to squeeze them, right? Being able to go ahead and sandwich them between. As one of the players there from GG gets in a car and he bailed on his team. He said, no, I actually don't want this, guys. You deal with it. I'm going to go ahead and just run away. More than likely, I don't have any kind of guns. And look at this place here by Evo's. They're going to go ahead and they saw one player already get out of here, so they're going to go ahead and just stop that. They're going to say, a roadblock, baby.
Really good
you ain't
job
going anywhere.
Refueling the vehicle already as well, getting ready for their push out of here. But what they've seen is they saw a couple of players run across the warehouse, so they know that there is half a squad essentially that they've got pinned, and they're looking to kind of press that advantage right now, taking a 4v2 approach. Looks like Cloud9 has gotten a flare gun called in a crate again, and we will see what they've got this time. So they are getting blessed with the loot this time around. You saw Kodo a little bit earlier have his choice of an AUG and an AWM. Not sure if they ended up picking that up because it was on the side of a cliff, but as we see once again, some great loot here. We'll see if they go pick that up here shortly.
Yeah, something you definitely don't see often too. A team getting 2 airdrops. We saw it yesterday a little bit with LHW, but I mean, they do have the Noble Fourier pretty much all to themselves, so it's gonna expect it. Luckily for them, they are gonna go ahead and be able to just loot up a little bit more. And look at this place here by Evo's, as they are currently outside this zone. Now, the interesting place by here is that Evo's forgot to go ahead and put away his car, and those tires are gonna go ahead and get popped. GG has to be careful though. He only has 4 bandages to his name, so if he gets shot, it is gonna go ahead and be good night Irene for him.
Great angles here being taken by Bull Shark. He's got good visuals on all of these guys right now. Able to tell if anybody does support the squad from over in that warehouse. He's watching it every so often, scoping in just like so. Making sure that they do stay up there, trying to see a peek. We see Salah in the window up there. Knows that he's got one pinned down in the house, and he's communicating to this team as you see them closing in on the ground, trying to get to this position. JZ inching his way in.
And interesting stuff here by Evo's being just so aggressive, even though they are currently outside the zone. It looks like they definitely want to pretty much get those finishes, get those skills, and try to get the place in there towards the end as well, as we see GG just waiting patiently here. Seeing what they're going to go ahead and do in the flank. Once again by Evo's X, just making sure he's able to go ahead and get those angles. Now Evo's JC starting to go ahead and push forward. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It backfired though because Evo's X gets taken out. That is going to be huge there for GG, as they currently, I believe they have just 2 players there on that location.
That's a clutch knock right there from GG Gamers, as Evo's has basically decided to prey upon them. And look at this, Ernie comes in, immediately answering back. Majette gets taken down, hides his way in, and immediately finished right now by Ernie. Ernie is always clutch on the rotations, always extremely quick to react. And again, proving it here right now. Jay-Z is able to take down Charisma as well. Charisma low on heals from standing in the zone for so long. Evo's able to loot up very well early on in this game. You can see their med supply there. Still 3 first aids and 5 bandages on them. They're content to sit in the zone as long as it takes to wait these guys out.
They definitely are. And one thing to point out is that player that ran away there from GG is the only one alive. So it might have been a great strategy there by him, as he left his team and he's going to be the last man standing for GG. Now, as you see BTR here running with the buggies, I love the new sound of the buggies after the update in PUBG Mobile. Is just one of my favorite vehicles actually now in Aerogel.
Check out down south on the map as well here in just a moment. We got CPT and LH getting dangerously close to each other as well, so we'll keep an eye on that here shortly. It looks like Gangstar's on the move as well, moving in just north of Yesnaya. We've also got BTR moving again. All of these guys choosing fleets of vehicles, bringing 3, 4 vehicles per squad as they drive dangerously close to Korea Winter Chicken Dinner. And we'll see if Korea wants to give up their spot in the compound to BTR as they drive by.
And something that you mentioned there, I hope that we can actually go ahead and see LHW and CPT, as they are pretty much within nose of each other, but I don't see any type of engagement engagement there from the Chinese teams. It seems like they're just waiting patiently. They're trying to go ahead and see if they want to go ahead and engage that early.